All right. Okay, guys. After I've done some research and made up my mind, it is around 6 in the morning, and like just finished researching and make up my mind. Um, Not stretching or anything because if I don't work or do anything, I'm just sitting around the house. Then I'm not really stretching, and I can just always go to sleep after this. And it's just my mind's working a lot, but that's about it. I'm not really stretching because I do have rest here and there, and it's not about the eczema anymore. So it's not really like about the stretching. That's why I have these blister. I finally think it's like 90% that I have either poison ivy or poison oak. Like it's kind of like poison ivy, but it's like out there at the in my woods there. Like everyone woods they have oak, poison ivy, poison oak, or Virginia creeper. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I think I do. We do have um, Virginia creeper uh, growing behind my woods. And how you tell the difference is poison ivy has three leaves. Like everyone knows about that. Three leaves. It could be different color or different kinds of three leaves. That's more likely is poison ivy or poison oak or sumac. Um, if you guys don't know that, you should research more about that. But that's basically it. And behind my woods, I find out there's a five leaf. The five leaves, which is a little bit bigger and longer, those are called Virginia creepers. And I live in North Carolina, so that's why Virginia creeper is growing behind my woods. And I saw it too. And the other day, my dad, he 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 dig it up and show it to me. That's poison ivy, but really that's the five leaf um is Virginia creeper, and I'm gonna have to mention that to him tomorrow. But obviously he thought it was poison ivy, but poison ivy. Remember, poison ivy have three leaves, not five leaves. So yeah, but Virginia creeper sometimes it could be poison just like poison ivy too, and it really affects and affects differently on different people. So just kind of like poison ivy, it could be affect to me this bad, and it could be affect to you or someone else even badly, or like more deadly, or it wouldn't even affect anyone. Like someone, they don't get affected by poison ivy like that. They probably got some rashes, and that's about it. They don't have blister after that. See, this is something a little bit stronger. So after I got the rash, I was scratching, and it become blister. And I'm pretty sure this is most likely poison ivy, or poison oak, or sumac, or Virginia creeper that's grown uh, behind my woods. So I'm pretty sure at this point I have like the poison leaves that touches me. And the thing is that when you have poison ivy, it doesn't like the how you get poison ivy is I just found out that it's a type of oil from the leaves. Now, when that oil touches your body, or your skin, or somewhere in your skin, it's just like oil. Okay, just for example, like just imagine it's kind of like engine oil. Okay, now you have oil on this surface, and then your hand or you touch other surface, that oil becomes over here now. So you have poison ivy oil over here too. So it'll be itching, but it won't spread that oil, and it won't be itchy, or it won't be affect even worse, like having blister after like a day or two. It could be 3 days. So That's why I didn't know I had poison ivy. Because it didn't affect me until like a day or two later, when I feel kind of itchy and hot, and I was grilling and cooking. I thought that's from the burning, but obviously it was from the poison ivy that I worked at home earlier, and I can feel myself having like allergic reaction, like sneezing, running nose, and itchy nose. Like before that, I went to work, and I was already like that too. So I thought I was getting burnt heat up from the cooking, but now that I thought about it, I did probably got poison ivy the day before that, before I went to work or so, and I was working in the back of the wood cutting trees a lot too. So therefore, I'm thinking I have poison ivy touch me like all those leases, because I remember one. I usually wear boots, but that one day I didn't wear boots. I wear like a I wear a sandal or so. So I think the leaves touches me too when I was walking through the woods behind my house, cutting trees and cleaning up or whatever I was doing the whole time. But I'm pretty sure at this time I have like poison ivy or poison oak or sumac or whatever. But it's most likely like leaves is touching me, and those oil from the leaves probably spread out throughout my whole body. And when that happens, when the oil touch you, like when you touch the leaf, you have to wash the hand within an hour or two, because if not, um, it's gonna spray all over everywhere. Like if you don't wash it with a soap, good detergent, good on your hand, wash it good, then the oil is still gonna be on your hand, and you're gonna touch everywhere, and it's gonna be, touching everywhere else. Like it could be on my mouse, my keyboard, and it could be anywhere that I touch within the hours. And whoever touched, then they'll get poison ivy too. But like after a day, or when it become the blister, when the blister pops out with the watery, it won't be transmitted. Okay, so it's not like HIV or whatever. It won't be transmitted like that. Um, how the poison ivy transmitted is from the oil from the leaf on those hours, the first hours or so. After that, um, my skin become blister. The water in the blister, when I bust it, it won't be transmitted anywhere. It won't, it's not like that. So that means the oil probably already in my blood. The oil is probably already running through my vein, running through my skin and my blood already. That's why it has become formed into blisters now. Okay, so there's no way I can wash the oil off, and I don't know where the oil. It could be around here somewhere, but at this point, I mean, I have poison ivy, just like everyone else has poison ivy, and they don't know when they have it. They don't know how they spray it. Like, it could be on underarm spraying throughout the whole body or whatever. You don't know. And when I go use a restroom or touch my private parts, it could be on there too. And it could be causing that area to be itchy too, but I didn't know. So it could be on my legs. That's why my leg is still itchy, and I have some part of my legs still have like the bubbling, the air bubble. Yeah. So I'm pretty positive that I'm stepping on poison ivy days ago, and it becomes itching and all over my body already. And wherever I touch, like if I touch the leaves and the oil from the leaves touches anywhere, then it become rash there, and it become itches at that spot. So far, this is the spot that I know that become effective on my skin, and it could be on some of my neck too, because I do have some red mark on my necks, and somewhere around my ears or my neck, but it wasn't that bad. So the arm right here is the worst, is the baddest, and then of course my legs and some around my inside part of my body too, like maybe my stomach or so, but it's not like worse like the arm here. Maybe it's just rash and red on my stomach, but the worst part is I'm having blister on my hand, and that's probably the leaves, the poison ivy leaves, or the oil is was on here a lot. That's why you know it become effective right now, and it seemed like it's getting worse. Like it's getting red after I rub it. A couple of days ago, I was rubbing it, and the air bubble, the water bubble, just busted, and it becomes red, bloody, and I didn't really realize it was it, so I didn't really like clean or cover it good. And so it might can be effective if I still work outside or going out often or working. It could be effective even worse. So now I finally figured out and find out, did some research that this possibly I have poison ivy or some type of leaves, poison leaf that touches me, and I'm gonna treat it as it. And it's my first time, but at this point, like my first time trying to cure it, and having it like this words and trying to bust the air bubbles, these this these bubbles here, this watery bubbles blister that I wanted to bust it. Like sometimes if you some of you out there think that it's itching and you just can't stand the bubbling and you want to bust it, feel free to bust it and clean it real good if you have to, and then it'll become bloody red, and you have to like use a bandage and use the cream, or clean it up and use the ointment, the antibiotic ointment, and then of course take some medicine like Benadryl. Oh yeah, Benadryl. I gotta mention, like if I have this happen, you will need to take Benadryl. Okay, Benadryl work the best. The normal regular allergies medicine, it's not gonna work good than the Benadryl at this point. If I have a poison ivy, okay, I will take two Benadryl and then put in some of this ointment, like antibiotic ointments. If it's bleeding, after I bust it, then I'll probably put the ointment instead of these gel here, the Benadryl, gel for the insect bite or poison ivy or whatever. I mean, I could put this just around the itching area, but not right on the wound. I think that's not a good idea. If I put it right on the wound that's busted, the blister that busted, so I don't want to do that. I was just gonna put ointment after I bust it, put the antibiotic ointment around it, and then on the outside I'll put those cream, those Benadryl gel, and I probably put either that gel or this gel. Okay, I'm not really sure yet because well, this gel, this hydro cortisone, it is for poison ivy too, but yeah, it says for everything: poison ivy, bad detergent, insect bite, or eczema. So I can use either. But worse, like if it's if it's worse than worst case, you have to use like it's called typical steroid cream. That's more like it's a stronger type of cortisone, but that's more likely like from a doctor prescription. So I don't have that. And the next step level I could buy from the count over the count is cortisone, after that. So cortisone is a little bit stronger. And then I guess the last thing is typical topical steroid cream. Anything with steroid is gonna be strong, okay? And some people want to take like steroid pills or steroid shot. Like I took steroid pill and or shot when I had mosquito like killer bee bite me and I had to go to emergency room because a lot of these was a lot of like the blister bumps was showing up all around my body when the killer bees attacked me, because the killer bee probably carry like poison ivy or whatever, so then I got it worse last year when killer bee got me into that. And I have a video showing you guys when killer bee got me. So you want to go ahead and check that video. But on this video, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, shower real good first, okay, before you bust any blister. Like, before I do all this, I have to shower real good, wash my hands good, and shower good, and damp, with a shower. Make sure it's dried up good. Don't rub it yet. Don't bust anything yet. And then after showering, have a good bath or showering good. Oh yeah, if you uh, there's a lot of ways to get rid of poison ivy by taking a bath with oatmeal or taking a bath with baking soda. I've heard people say mix baking soda, like doctors, okay, telling people to mix baking soda with apple cider vinegar and take a bath with that and soap it on the affected area, and the poison ivy will most likely go away, or it'll healed up with my blister and my wound here. It'll be much better. But I had this blister sitting for like a day now. I only cleaned it once, and I really didn't put any cream yet after that because I'm staying at home. I'm not going nowhere. Just being at home eating and research and you know uh, decide what I'm gonna do next. So what I want to do next is bust this blister and then clean the wound up with rubbing alcohol, or you can use peroxide. I think I have that too, but I didn't bring it out. So you guys know what I'm talking about. You can use rubbing alcohol or peroxide to clean the after the busted blister on the wound area if it's bleeding. Clean that. So shower first, clean skin good first, and then after that, I'm gonna be sitting here busting blister. Okay, just like right now. After showering, then get all my bandage ready. Having tape and bandage ready, and what I want to do is have this clean. Make sure my needle is clean all the way with. I'll first heat it with the light here, okay, with a lighter. I heat it real hot. Then I use rubbing alcohol to clean the tip of it. Then of course my hand has to be clean too. You don't want to have a dirty hand. And then I'll just go ahead and get some rubbing alcohol on the tips, and I would pop one of my well, all of these, but I will show you guys. I'll pop one of these blister that hasn't been popped yet, and when I pop it, the white the white watery will comes out. Now the white part is part of the blood. When the white water comes out, that's like that's like on the top of the blood, okay? So it's just looking white, but it is like part of the blood. So after I do that, it shouldn't really hurt, you know. And then it'll flat down, and then I'll just have a clean paper towel with the rubbing alcohol. Okay, I'll put some rubbing alcohol, and then I'll rub my skin on the popping blister that I popped it, and that's how I clean it. And then after that, let it dry, and then I'll put some either antibiotic ointment and cream on it, so it won't be affected after that. Okay, I can put that, but nothing else. I wouldn't need to put like the Benadryl gel for the poison ivy or anything else but this. I could just put this so it won't be infected. And then I can just go ahead and rub the either the hydrocortisone or this Benadryl gel. I can rub that, but I'll have to rub it like on the outside, wherever the itchy spot, like out here. Yeah, I'm gonna put some of that out here instead of on the wound, okay? Because the wound is where I just busted, and I need to cover up with bandage and having this ointment onto the wound. Okay, I hope you guys understand, but that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do so I don't get infected or anything like that. And I think the poison IV is not going to be strong enough to kill me yet, because if it is, I'll be dead by now already, not, sitting here finding ways to cure it. But I also don't want to get infected, and I think that's the best way I can do now. And I don't think the poison ivy will last longer than a month or whatever, or it'll kill me, or it'll weaken me down or anything, because I'm feeling normal in a way, but I'm kind of allergic in a way, like like my nose getting big or whatever, and I'm getting itchy here and there, but it's not bad. Okay, at this point, I'm not itching until I'm like scratching it. That's when I feel it's itching. So normally, I'm not itching. Maybe once here and there on my neck or whatever, but I don't want to scratch it. So just eliminate scratch as much as I can, and I'll go ahead and do the work here. Um, so get over with this. I can go to sleep and get some rest for the next week or so. So hopefully by the next week, I'm keep doing this. If I see bubbling, hopefully I won't see any more blisters need to pop. But after that, it becomes score, and I can just put normal Benadryl cream or the um, hydrocortisone. Hopefully, I don't need to go buy cortisone 10 or anything stronger like typical steroid cream, and hopefully I don't have to go to a doctor, because if I go to a doctor and they might can put me on some other prescription or whatever, so I might not like it, and it might be stronger, just like the topical steroid cream, like everybody else been saying. Because all I need right now, at this point after this, is taking some Benadryl, and Benadryl is it has antihistamine, and that's what's gonna cure my poison ivy with the cream that I'm gonna put on, which is the hydrocortisone. Um, but I don't know. I might put it. I might not. I might just put the Benadryl gel. You know, because mine is not that bad. It's just that I have some blister I need to bust, and just this area right here that's been infected. So when I shower, I need to shower real good, like clean this place real good, soap it, but not like hard or scrub it. Just soap this area, because I know this area is infected by poison ivy. So want to clean the poison ivy oil uh, from this area. So that's probably, I still have poison ivy like oil around this area the most. So if I clean that out, it won't be infect anywhere else, but just this area. And hopefully that should be it, and it's not transferring anywhere else but this place, this area right here. So right now I'm gonna example, let you guys see I'm busting one. I'm gonna clean it with rubbing alcohol, and then I'm gonna stop the video, and then I'm gonna do what I say, like bandage and cleaning it, and go rest, and then I'll make another video maybe within a few days or so, see what happens, see what I end up doing, like uh, by those days. By then, I should be using, like, I should be going to. I'll go buy some more Benadryl, take some Benadryl, and I'll put some of those cream on, the hydrocortisone cream, and I'll see what happens after that. All right, and I might have to bust this my feet here, right here. I might have to bust that too, and I'm gonna let you see the hand first though. Uh, okay, so I'll let you guys see one, and that should be good, right? That should at least let you guys see what I'm doing already with this blister. I hate to have this blister around when it's not itchy bad. It's not really itchy, but it's just that I just don't want to have seen this blister on my hand any longer, because with this, I don't know when it's gonna heal, and I can just pop one of it, and then just clean it with oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, and then just clean with the rubbing alcohol. I think it's popped already. I just popped the little ones, and I'm just gonna pop 2 or 3 of them and let you guys see with the needle that I already cleaned with alcohol, and and the match of fire. I heated up already, and now I'm just gonna rub that bubbling blister with the rubbing alcohol on uh, this paper towel. Okay, so I do have rubbing alcohol, just don't have it much yet. So basically, I'm just gonna pour some rubbing alcohol on and just rubbing the busted blister that I just popped. Okay, I might have finished all the big ones because these big one I pop it by rubbing with my towel like 2 3 days ago or whatever. That time I didn't really know about all this information that I've been researched. Now I know that um, I can pop this blister and it just relieves my skin so much better. Like really, it relieves my skin. I mean, it'll be a little bit sore when I put the rubbing alcohol and rub it. Like this moment, it's a little bit sting, but it's all right. It's not bad. It's better because now it's gonna become, the wound gonna become score and you'll healed up better, and then it become dead skin and I just peel it within a few days or whatever. But I have to make sure it's not like infected by putting a new bandage on every day, every 2 times a day at least, and then that should do the work. After a few days, cover it up good. It will become like, scar, hot scalp. Then I can just scrape it off. And of course, by then I would need to put these antibiotic ointments. That is a must. These will not leave any scar after. Okay, so if I put these antibiotic ointment, then I won't see any scar after that. If not, I will see scar. And I hope this would not spread my poison ivy anywhere else. I heard it's not. I heard this blister water will not spread anywhere else on my skin. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. What's spreading is when I just got the poison ivy oil. When I just touch the poison ivy leaves, and that oil stay on there for an hour or so. And if I touch you anywhere else with that oil, like for instance, I got the poison ivy oil right here, and I use this hand to touch over here. Then it become effect over here. Then I have a rash here, and I scratch, and it become a blister pimple just like this. But evidently, I didn't do that, so I guess this is the only place that I get infected. Um, and really, you want to wash your hands and all the spot that you think that the poison ivy leaf has touched. Wash all those areas carefully with soap. Scrub it good after you got back from the woods, before it get you rash and blister like this. Okay, so mine was kind of late. That's why it become rash, and I scratch it and it become blister, and then I have to bust the blister now. And luckily it didn't spray a lot of places. Like I got itchy scratch here and there, but it wasn't like this. Okay, like my leg has it too, but it wasn't bad like my hand because evidently I was touching the leaves with my hand somehow weeks ago. I didn't know. Like last week or so, I was walking back my wood and I got rid of the trees and I touched the poison ivy leaves, or poison oak leaves, or it could be Virginia Virginia creepers too. I don't know, but it's poison leaf that I touched. So that's what happened. And at this point, I think that's what it is. I don't think that I got burned from cooking or whatever at this point. I think I got poison ivy for sure. In fact, yeah. So, all right, guys, this video has been very informative and a lot of information. I just don't want to show my face because, the work that I'm doing here is showing the blisters, showing my work here instead of showing my face talking to you guys. I think you guys already hear what I say throughout this whole video. It's very informative, and I got the whole demonstration how this work. Um, I'm not a doctor or dermatologist or whatever. I'm just a regular human being researcher, getting things done throughout my whole day. You know, finding, experiencing things, get it work, get it done, find out what's new, learn about it, educate myself, and share with the world, share with whoever that has the same experience, like experiencing the same thing that I have uh, about this poison ivy subject topic here, and I just wanted to share with uh, all of you out there, uh, so we can uh, share each other our experience and knowledge and help the world better. That's all. And I hope this video is, you know, helping a lot of you guys out there. What I'm going through here, you guys can see it, and go ahead and if you like my videos, thumbs up. Uh, Subscribe my video if you haven't. Consider subscribe if you haven't, and just leave some appropriate comments. Thanks for watching. It's me, Young Leo, signing out for now, and I'll upload the next video and see what happened to it. All right, bye now. Now I gotta put some antibiotic ointment. Okay, well, uh, I don't really need to show you guys how to do this. You guys should already know. If you got the triple antibiotic ointment, go ahead and put a few, you know, turn it out, punch it, and have a little cream, and just whip on the wound. Okay, I don't want to do it yet because I need to do something else before I go to sleep too. Like I need to make another videos. Okay, so just put it on and then get ready with the bandage and cover that up. Okay, and then go to sleep, go rest. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's it. So it won't get infected. And I'm gonna have to wash it daily. Like, don't take a shower too much. I heard like poison ivy, people taking hot shower, it feels real good. But I heard people saying differently. Like, don't take hot shower. Um, But it's more like if people have skin condition, they can't take hot shower. They have to take cold shower. But people have with poison ivy, they have to take like hot shower. So at this point, I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna take warm shower like normally and wash myself good. This wound right here, and then do the same thing over again like I just showed you guys. If I have blister, bust it, clean it up, bandage it. Put ointment on and then bandage it. Put regular antibiotic ointment, and then take Benadryl pills tomorrow when I get them. Take two of them, and then just put the cream on when it becomes when I don't have any more blister. I can put creams on when it becomes like scar. Then if it's still itching, then I'm gonna put some cream, Benadryl or poison ivy cream around it, like uh, prednisone, uh, the hydrocortisone, and put around there so it won't itchy no more. Yeah, and so yep, that's about it, guys. Good night. Well, have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video, the next one, and see what happened. All right. Thanks for watching. Share the word.